Welcome back to the Tool Crib. Today I'm going to be adding a vent cap to my fuel can. That's something I use here at home in order to fill up lawnmowers and stuff like that. So before the advent of these newer model or newer style gas cans, they used to have a vent cap on the back where you just pop off a little plastic cover. It allowed air to flow, and so the fuel flowed out of these cans pretty quickly. But with the advent of this style or similar styles of safety cans, what you have is you have a little safety button here, which I've got that one depressed. But the idea is here, you press this in, so that way when you rest this portion up against whatever you're going to be fueling on against your gas tank, it allows that to push in. Now, when that pushes in, let me set this. So you can see that this is O-ringed here, and this is the inner spout. When the inner spout is allowed to push in, it breaks the seal, allows fuel to flow into around the outside. And then air is supposed to come up through this little port and trickle in through this little rubber boot. But what happens is the air gets trapped and it kind of burbles out of there, and it's a slow process. Sometimes you can spend 5, 6, 7 minutes on a 5-gallon fuel tank trying to extract the fuel from it. So it's a very slow process. And what the vent cap will allow me to do is to have a little twist cap where I can loosen it up to allow air to flow, and then whenever you're not in use, you tighten that back up so it creates a seal. So the instructions on here were pretty nice. Now, this is not something that I sought after. It's just something that came up on my Amazon feed, and when it did, after looking at it, I decided that's something I definitely need for my gas can. So that's what we're going to be doing. They provide the drill, the wire in order to fish the vent cap through there, the wrench, and even the stickers to put on afterwards. So let's go see what this process is all about, how hard it is, and then we'll find out how well it works. So this process was a little bit tedious. The hardest part really is fishing the wire in and then getting it back out. Now I did off camera, I had to tighten down the nut on this just a little bit more. What I had to do was just backed up on the threads itself, gave it a little bit of pressure so I could tighten the jam nut down a little bit more. But these come with inner and outer seals as well as a ring cap here so you don't distort the seal as it's tightening down. So that's a little concave washer that goes over it so that it flattens out instead of twisting out of there, which is really nice they put on there. And then once you get it all together, you have the cap, which threads on there very nicely. So it's amazing what a difference this little project or this little air vent makes on fuel flow. The difference between that safety valve where the air, it just takes forever. I hate those things. I despise those things. Now that I got a proper vent cap on it, filling up the lawnmowers is going to be an absolute breeze. My name is Ben. You've been watching the Texas Tool Crib. I appreciate you watching. See you in the next one.